has been described by a number of ancient writers such as Herodotus, Strabo, Diodorus, and Pliny. This legendary complex, named the Labyrinth by the ancient Greeks, was legendary complexes believed to be an enormous collective tomb of the 12 kings who built it, and a resting place for sacred crocodiles. A research team was able to prove that the labyrinth exists. The idea that there could be a secret 5,000 years old underground city hidden somewhere beneath Death Valley, California, is fascinating. According to those who entered the subterranean tunnels and visited this marvelous place, the city was once inhabited by an unknown race. Now, thousands of years later, the place had been abandoned. Ancient lost civilization once lived in a secret underground city below the Grand Canyon. Will the mystery of the lost subterranean city ever be solved? Ever since an intriguing article reporting the discovery of a great underground citadel of the Grand Canyon appeared in the Arizona Gazette in 1909, scientists have debated whether the story is true or a hoax. Several alternative history authors and researchers. In 1963, approximately 50 miles 30 kilometers south of Nevşehir, Cappadocia, Turkey, Ömer Demir stumbled across a deep hole in Turkish Deringayu that led to a steep path leading deeper down to passages, niches and shafts dug into the bedrock. After intensive excavation, it became clear that Deringayu was an entire city complex built in that hole beneath the surface. The community had a most sophisticated infrastructure, and the accommodation built there was obviously meant for long periods of time. What kind of tools did the builders use? The complex was built using tools that exceeded the capabilities of the Turks of the period. So who were the builders of the underground city of Deringayu? It is a remarkable discovery. This ancient lost city could be several millions of years old. Did giants inhabit the nameless and forgotten city discovered beneath Missouri? What happened to the very large human bones that were unearthed? Are we facing yet another archaeological cover-up? On April 1885, a very interesting article appeared in the New York Times. Readers were informed that Mr. David Coates, the recorder of the city of Moberly, and Mr. George Keating, city marshal, discovered an ancient wonderful lost city beneath Missouri. The city was found at the bottom of a coal shaft 360 feet deep, which was being sunk near Moberly in Randolph County. In 1936, Takane and a group of archaeologists started to excavate at empty Churuji. The project continued for 3 years. During a period of 3 years, they dug up and found several stone artifacts, paving stones, a brick arch, and evidence of tunnels. The discoveries helped lend credibility to Takane's theory that ancient people modified the peak of empty. People believed that once you entered this place there was no way out. A very long time ago, there were houses and temples here. Today, everything is buried under the sand. Precious ancient relics are hidden deep under the Sea of Death, or the Taklamakan Desert. Are beginning to discover some of the secrets that have been hidden in this mysterious region. Still, it seems that we are only scratching the surface, and only time will tell what more wonders are waiting to be unraveled. The Taklamakan Desert is the largest desert in China, and it is also considered to be the world's second largest shifting sand desert, covering an area of over 33 700 square kilometers over 13,000 square miles in Uyghur language. Some researchers believe that the ruins of an ancient observatory and mysterious rock inscriptions in Russia's northwest are vestiges of the ancient Hyperborea civilization, a sacred land similar to Shambhala or Atlantis. Lake Sadazuro, the sacred lake in the language of the indigenous Sami people, is one of the most mystical places in Russia's northwest and the Kola Peninsula. It is protected by Kuiva the giant, old man, giant wizard, the gigantic figure impressed on a rock. Strange story among Sioux Indians about an old man of their tribe, whose name was the White Horse. One day, while participating in bison hunting in areas of today's California, the White Horse found an unusual opening in the rock. He followed this opening and suddenly he found himself in a long tunnel-like passage, continued to move through the tunnel until he noticed very weak, greenish light in the depths of the passage. Still walking through the tunnel, the White Horse encountered two strangers, a white-skinned man and a woman. With the White Horse encountered two strangers, a white-skinned man and a woman with golden blonde hair. Beneath the city of Orvieto, Italy, there are a series of underground structures connected by tunnels. According to sources, during the 6th–4th centuries BC, the town of Orvieto was a culturally and economically developed Etruscan city. A strange pyramidal structure, the function of which remains a mystery, was discovered beneath the historic medieval town of Orvieto, Italy, by an international team of archaeologists led by Prof. David B. George of St. Anselm College and company director Claudio Bizzarri of PAO and colleagues. Excavations conducted at Coriglia near Castelvispardo, a town located at the southwest edge of Umbria, approximately 8 miles northwest of Orvieto. Southwestern Umbria is a secret ancient underground world hidden in Tibet. What did the three-eyed llama encounter while passing through countless underground quarters, halls and stairways? Who were the mysterious subterranean beings who spoke to the llama, and what extraordinary knowledge did they reveal to him?